Hey, what's going on everybody? Today we're going to be looking at this right here. This is the Kinera Hodur. This sells for $2.99. So it's kind of a premium. It's not the highest class. It's definitely not the end-all class, but it is a very good class. Just going to look at some of the accessories that are already in the thing here. So you get your little ear thing to clean out the wax, which is excellent. Stuff like this really comes in handy. Of course, you get this nice case, which is a really nice case. It's got a good size. Probably can fit the AP80X in there too as well. Take the unit out. We'll go over some of the accessories in just a second. I'm just want to go over you get the cable here, which has the swappable plug, which is excellent. So you have your choice, 3.5, which a lot of things have, and you have the 4.4, which is a really good balance size. I like it better than 2.5. 2.5 is it's too thin. Some people are rough with it. It ends up breaking. So 4.4 is always my favorite. Very nice cable. It's a good quality cable, especially with the swappable end. Getting over to the device themselves, you have, these are tips that are included, by the way. You get 3 different types of tips in there, including finals. Some sparkle there. That sparkle, at first it's going to get on your hands and your ear and just about everywhere. Eventually it'll stop doing that. So it's an interesting shape. It's a very comfortable shape, but it is kind of flat. So if you have larger ears, you're going to have to position it right. It's a 2-pin connector on there. Nice overall nozzle and build quality. I've seen something with the shape before, flat. I was thinking like Belon, but I don't think that was flat. I actually have that. I haven't even had the time to put them next to each other. Too busy testing stuff. So it's overall nice quality. It's all metal shell. It's got some nice tips with it. It's got very good accessories with it. Nice case. I'm going to put this off to the side for the time being, and the nice case as well. Put that over there. Here's the box. That typical Kinera kind of octagonal shape. Darkness doesn't exist alone. It just means where the light doesn't shine. Hodur. So this is a single dynamic driver, a balanced armature, and an EST. So it's a tribrid. It says hybrid right there, but it's a tribrid. Let's get this open. So inside that box, you'll receive this manual, which is also that shape. Kind of an interesting thing. Tells you all the stuff you're going to need to know. Even has some charts on it. Pretty cool. Inside the packaging, you'll have, these are all your final. So you have some nice final tips there for people that like final tips. You have these colored tips, kind of remind me of the KB07s. Then you have these wide bore tips right here. I didn't have a chance to do these. I used, instead of these, do these have any particular name? No, it just says Kinera. So these are specifically Kinera tips. I used the Moondrop ones, which are similar in the width of the nozzle. Then you'd have your thing here, and you have your cable and your case inside there. So there's decent accessories overall. I'm going to actually put this. Let's do this. Let's just do this. See if Hopefully something doesn't fall out. So you have all your different specs and everything on the back there. And we'll put the IM case right there. It's a nice thickness for the ear things. I mean, overall, it's not the thickest, most plush cable, but it's a beautiful cable nonetheless, and it has swappable end tips. It is 2-braid. So let's look at some of the things here. Put that like that if we can. Okay. Spec-wise. Kinera high sensitivity and low power electrostatic driver. Kinera customized K07 Balanced driver. And a 10mm coaxial dual magnet Tesla composite diaphragm dynamic driver. Try to say that 3 times fast. Impedance is 8 ohms, very low ohms, but this does like power. I'm going to tell you right off the bat. It sounds really good on low power, and it sounds really different on high power. So not necessarily likes power, but it is source picky, and power kind of changes the sound, makes it good. Low power, it sounds great as well. But you're going to get like 2 different kind of playthings there. 106 for sensitivity, 5 to 40 kilohertz. Nobody can hear that range. Modular 4-core OCC with a silver plate cable, and of course the plug. You get 3.5 or 4.4 because you can swap it. I believe it comes in 2 colors. I got the black. There's also a blue, which looks really good too as well. Looking at the graph. Let's show the graph. I'll get the graph up on my screen right there. There's the graph. Of course, that is from them, so that's their graph. Okay. Final type ear tips in the box. Enhance bass, weaken dental sound. K07 Balanced Ear tips. Oh, so they are what I thought they were. Red, green, yellow color, balanced sound, nice imaging. That's the one that I stuck with. I like that really, really, really good. Not that the final tips are bad. I really like final tips, but the final tips I really use for things that are overly, they need the bass. We also have K28502 vocal ear tips. Those are the white ones. Release treble, more pleasing vocals. This doesn't need to be released treble. It has really good treble right off the bat. Nozzle size is 5mm. And that's basically it. We've already gone over what comes in the thing. So let me get my notes out. Okay, we're going to look at my notes. Those are not my notes. Okay. Alright, so let's get on with the notes here. Also, some of the equipment that we used on this was the SG1, the new version of the SG1, not the old version of the SG1. This one's been vastly improved. Very sexy looking amplifier, DAC. The V6 is always the Griffin, flurry of dongles. Didn't use the tube amp on this because it was balanced armature EST. Did use the SML, but that's basically it. Plus, we tried directly from the phone, and just a veritable, bunch of dongles lying around. I need to get more dongles, to be honest, and get that out of the way. Okay, so bass performance. We'll start at the bottom with this of the bass. The bass on this is very good. Overall, the bass is powerful. It definitely has these really nice sub-bass punch there. Mid-bass has a nice rumble to it. There's some good weight there in the bass. There's good details. The bass is really good detailed, and definitely has a good punch there overall. The bass itself gives overall to a nice warm, kind of warmish tonality to it. And the bass is very good. It might be too strong for some people, but if you do like bass, and not necessarily a bass cannon, but really well-defined bass, you'll find this bass. Not the most speediest bass in the world, but it has about an average speed to it and everything. Some very nice power there in the lower frequencies. Moving on to the mid-range. Mid-range is very good. Honestly, it has a very good amount of detail and body to it. I think that female vocals are just a little bit better than male vocals on this, but it is rather good. There's good texture there. Instruments have a very natural kind of presentation, and quite honestly, it has some very good mids. There is a little bit of a bleed, but there's not overall. Overall, the mids are pretty clean and forward, and they just sound really good. There's some good energy there. Moving on to the treble. The treble has, speaking of energy, the treble has a lot of energy. It's open, it's airy, there's good detail there from that EST driver. Not so much harsh and peaky, but just very good extension. There's a lot of sparkle there, and just overall very good details and openness. Sounds natural, and it does a great job. There's some good separation between the instruments and that. Moving into the sound stage. The sound stage of this is very good. Now, it isn't overly wide, and yet it isn't narrow by any means. It's kind of just right in that perfect kind of like a natural hearing type thing, like if you were at a concert hall, what you would be hearing. It has kind of an equal height, depth, width kind of stage to it, and the stage has some really good defined, accurate separation, and imaging on this is superb. I like that a lot. So it's kind of hard to find, something like this. I mean, it has very good bass, but at the same time, it's very detailed, and it has a brightness to it as well. And it's just a very interesting tuning, and it goes well with a lot of different types of music, by the way. So, honestly, if you like a kind of musical sound with details, this is just very, very pleasant overall. Some people, the bass might get in the way of they may want a more neutral bass, but honestly, this is fun sounding, this is detailed, it's got really good technicalities as well, so that's excellent. And I'm coming across a lot of higher end in-ears now that have good overall. This one has a little bit more bass than, say, like the Kato or the SM2 or something like that. It's more bass here. It's a little bit more powerful, but it still doesn't distract from the mids. The treble is spot on. The imaging is very good, and separation, and just overall, even micro details, sounds very good. So that said, I definitely like this a lot. It's unique, and uniqueness is good in this field because you come across like similar things, like just a bunch of different ones that are just similar or sometimes boring. This one is fun, and it's detailed, so it can appeal to the person that likes bass, but they also want to do some kind of listening and hear all the little details as well. You're definitely going to find this fun. It's an intriguing IAM for sure. I like it a lot. Definitely this one goes into the favorites category now, and it has a nice honorable place amongst my different favorites over there. I just really like it. Decent, well-made cable. Nice, very nice accessories, and excellent build quality. Comfortable, good isolation, really good, powerful bass, very nice, rich vocals, very nice treble extension as well, highly detailed, open, eerie sounding, and it definitely has good soundstage as well. Just don't expect huge holographic kind of fakish soundstage. It's more natural. I think you'd like this one if that description is something that you like. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was informative. This has been the Kinera Hodur, if I'm saying that right. Sometimes I don't say things the right way. Very good. Kind of in the $300 range. Excellent mid-range kind of IAM. If you're looking for something that sounds like this, I'll leave a link down below. Thank you again. Be safe.